Hey Carb Dodgers, welcome back to the kitchen. Today I want to have a little chat about snacks. So what I found when I started low carb was I was still fishing around in between meals for something to nibble on, and that kind of goes away after time. Once you get used to eating a decent fat and protein, you find that the mid-meal cravings kind of go away. But that said, I want to run you through some of my go-to snacks, and they're all either zero or very, very low carb. So you can munch on these quite safely, and it'll just help you sort of get on the straight and narrow in terms of, sort of your low carb journey. So let's go. Okay, first of all, we've got beef jerky. I've got a little video on how to make it. It's my go-to snack. Always have some in the fridge. Also easy to take away with you, so pop a bit in a bag. If you're off on a picnic or something, that's my favorite option by far. Okay, on the meat-based theme, I've got some meatballs. So again, these ones I just cook up and leave in the fridge, and then just grab one or two when I'm, getting the urge. Likewise, cheap and cheerful chicken wings. These are, again, something I'll have like a spicy coating, maybe some of the peri-peri sauce, and then just leave those. And they're good in the fridge for, a few days. They don't generally last that long, but that's a good option as well. Okay, a couple of egg options. Obviously, boiled eggs, a lot of people's go-to snack. You can kind of add it to anything else, but having a few of those in the fridge, also very easy. Take 2 seconds to grab one out the fridge and away you go. If you want to get a bit more fancy, you can go the deviled egg route. So here I just cut the boiled eggs in half, scope out the yolks, mash them up with a bit of mayo or other stuff, add some curry powder or some sriracha sauce or something just to spice it up. Again, a great option to have on hand. Okay, more egg-based treats, chaffles. So I don't know if you're familiar with chaffles. They are basically a cheese and egg mix with a little bit of almond flour and then cooked in a waffle maker. So I think I bought a waffle maker on the weekend for $10, brand new, and just an awesome option for, imagine a bit of bacon and egg on there, lovely breakfast sandwich. You can pop them in the freezer, pull them out into the toaster, and away you go. Again, a snack that's ready to go in seconds. Let's get some vegetables into you. So here we've got celery with cream cheese. Again, it's a 10-second snack that hits the spot. And if you want to get a little bit sweeter, you can go with peanut butter. So there's another option. Great, sort of crunchy, sweet, and hits the spot. Okay, more cheesy goodness. So here I've got just cheese cut into little squares. So the cheese is almost acting like a cracker. Then you can put anything on top. So here I've got cream cheese, a little bit of chili sauce, some cucumber, tomato, whatever you want to add, you can. So just imagine the cheese is the cracker. You're getting rid of the cracker, and you're good to go. Again, amazing. And likewise with cucumber. So here I've got cucumber and cream cheese. The cheese is slipping off a bit, but hey ho. And that's another like 10-second snack option. All amazingly low carb friendly. And we've got our ham roll-ups, so just little bits of pressed ham. Like so, just wrapped around a bit of cheese or cream cheese or cucumber stick or whatever you like. Again, ultra low carb and pretty tasty. Now these are a bit more work. These are little egg muffins. So what I do is put some cheese and chopped onion or other veg, some capsicum or whatever, chopped up. These have got the chopped up meatballs inside. Then they're just topped off with some beaten egg and cream. You pour those into the muffin trays, cook them up for 10 minutes or so, and then you end up with these bad boys. which are superb. Again, you can pop them in the freezer and then just pull out a few when you want them. Okay, more easy stuff. Now we call these hot sticks. I don't know what you call them, but they can be salami or pepperoni. They're kind of a bit processed for my liking, but super easy to just keep on hand and grab out the fridge when you need them. They last for weeks. Again, if you're working on the road, excellent option for a lunchbox. Like a lot of these options are excellent for a lunchbox. So you're not having to stop and, you know, buy a burrito or a meat pie or something. You can carry that with you quite safely. And likewise, almonds are a good, you know, 30 grams of these are not very many carbs, but they, yeah, they're a good little snack option. Okay, and we've got our pork crackle. So I don't know if you call these pork rinds or pork crackle, but essentially it's, you know, my go-to potato chip. It's, you know, they're great. You can also crush these up and use them as breadcrumbs. Call it pork panko crumbs. Again, excellent option. I've always got a load in the cupboard and grab those whenever I'm feeling a little bit peckish between meals. So on to the sweeter stuff. Blueberries are probably one of the best options fruit-wise. Taste great, and I'd have these with some whipped cream. A great snack and also an after meal pudding option. Likewise, keto brownies. So I've got the full recipe and video on my recipe channel or recipe playlist on how to make these. So these I just keep in the freezer, grab a couple out when I want something, zap those in the microwave for, you know, 30 seconds, add some whipped cream, and happy days. Okay, last week's options. Chocolate, if you're like a real bad chocoholic, then this Lindt 85% cocoa is probably the best chocolate option. Again, if you go any higher than 85%, it just tastes like pants. So this is, you know, of the chocolates, I mean, it's not generally a massively good idea, but if you know, want some chocolate, then 2 squares of that will do you, I reckon, and chocolate craving solved. So now this stuff, depending on where you come from, this is either jelly or jello. Again, it's, you know, based on a gelatin mix, which is, you know, made of cows. And I'll have this with a little bit of whipped cream. So it's not the full sugar version. We get a jelly light, which has 0 sugar in it. And again, it's a nice little sweet treat post meal or just when you're feeling it. And last but not least, looks bad, doesn't it? And that is a chocolate mug cake. So that's made of an egg, some cocoa powder, some coconut flour, some Lakanto or monk fruit sweetener, some vanilla essence, and essentially it's mix it all up in a mug, put it in the microwave for 60 seconds, and hey ho, chocolate cake. So that's a little, you know, if you get any late night cravings, then that can, you know, can be a lifesaver. So there you go, that's my top 20 snack options. I'm sure there's like millions of other ones. So they're the ones that I make on a regular basis. So just to end the video with a bigger bang than Nirvana, probably the elephant in the room is the pre-made low carb snacks. So like we can get this sort of stuff. So that's like a cherry paste based, bit like I don't know if you get cherry ripe, but they're a chocolate covered cherry snack. So if we look, yeah, so they're very, like, they're touted as low carb or low carb, but they are, we have a look, about 13% carbohydrate, so not the best. I mean, better than an actual cherry ripe, but something to beware, that stuff that's got low carb plastered all over it isn't necessarily low carb. So there you go, I've been Alan, thanks very much for watching. If you want to see how a few of these things are made, please subscribe. They'll be dropping into my recipe channel or recipe playlist very soon. Like the beef jerky is already there, the keto brownies are already there, but I'll be adding like the mug cake and the chaffles and that sort of thing pretty soon. So yeah, drop a like if you like the video, and I'd love you to subscribe. So I've been Alan, thanks very much. You can find me at carbsurvivor.com. You have a fantastic day. See you later.